Ladies and gentlemen, the guest on the scoreboard, number 10 ranked East Central Lady Warriors. Number 2, Kenyatta Moore. Number 3, Catherine Shell. Number 8, Anna Norris. Number 11, Alyssa Pendergrass. Number 15, Anika Jones. Number 20, Melanie McMillan. Number 23, Madison York. Number 24, Tegan Rimmel. Number 27, Reagan Jacobs. Number 34, Mackenzie Russo. And the starting lineup for East Central. Batting first, number 22, Shelby Walters in left field. Left field, Walters. Batting second, number 7, Madeline McMahon. Playing third base. Third base, McMahon. Batting third, number 16, Kayla Beckham. Shortstop. Shortstop, Beckham. Batting fourth, number 21, Cassie Oakman. Catcher. Catcher, Oakman. Batting fifth, number 6, Eva Scott. Second base. Second base, Scott. Batting sixth, number 25, Allie Gartman. First base. First base, Gartman. Batting seventh, number 12, Mackenzie Johnson. Right field. Right field, Johnson. Batting eighth, number 18, Macy Brabham. The designated player. Designated player, Brabham. Batting ninth, number 10, Marley Parks. Center field. Center field, Parks. Flex, Caitlin Oswalt, number 9. Kristen Cheney is the head coach. The assistant coach, Megan Hill. The guest on the scoreboard, East Central. Home team on the scoreboard, number 4, Jones County Junior College, the Lady Bobcats. Number 5, Meg Martin. Number 8, Brianna Hasty. Number 9, Natalie Hasty. Number 10, Angel Guyton. Number 13, Bailey Gilbert. Number 19, Nancy Williams. Number 22, Sarah Brock. Number 29, Madison Bird. The starting lineup for the Jones Bobcats. Batting first, number 23, Kelsha Lofton, center field. Center field, Lofton. Batting second, number 14, Taylor Murray, shortstop. Shortstop, Murray. Batting third, number 16, Emily Robinson, third base. Third base, Robinson. Batting fourth, Callie Venable, second base. Second base, Venable. Batting fifth, number 20, Hallie Donald, the designated player. Designated player, Donald. Batting sixth, number 24, McKenna Sykes, first base. First base, Sykes. Batting seventh, number 30, Faith Denton, the catcher. Catcher, Denton. Batting eighth, number 18, Grace McCleskey, right field. Right field, McCleskey. Batting ninth, number 1, Simone McKinney, left field. Left field, McKinney. And pitching number 7, Carly Perk, pitcher Perk. Head coach Chris Robinson, associate head coach Bob Harrington, and the assistant coach Katie Durham. Ladies, let's play ball.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
This broadcast on Let'sGoICCTV.com is presented by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Food Giant, the Sonic of Fulton, your Etowah County Farm Bureau agent Joey Cox, the ICC BSU, Bank of Okolona, Legend Sports Grill, the ICC Wesley Foundation, Choice Pawn, Kegel Eye Center, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the ICC Alumni Association, and the ICC Foundation.
Hey, my name is Aaron, and I'm in Asia Pacific University right now, which is in Beppu, Japan. Now, I never would have got here if I wasn't from ICC, which is the gateway to the world.
Wow, Sonic Nights is the highlight of the summer.
Oh yeah, there's probably some pretty big names here checking out these half-price floats.
Oh, everyone who's anyone is here tonight. Look, there are those two guys.
What are they famous for?
Huh, I think for eating here all the time.
Are we good at eating here or what?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, come on.
For a limited time, get real ice cream slushes, shakes, and floats half price after 8 p.m. during Sonic Nights. This is how you Sonic.
Bailey. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set for the second game of the evening between East Central and Jones County. If you're just now joining us, ICC picked up an 8-2 win over Pearl River to advance to the winners bracket. They'll await the winner of this game. The loser will play the loser will play Pearl River in an elimination game at 3 o'clock, scheduled for tomorrow. So we'll get ready for this Renaissance Bank opening pitch for the second game of the evening. And the pitch is on its way. It's across for a strike, and it comes your way at 6:51. That's the Renaissance Bank opening pitch. Renaissance Bank, understanding you, RenaissanceBank.com. Adam Gore, Jeremy Kennedy, welcoming those that are watching in favor of East Central and Jones County here. As that pitch just a bit high and outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count.
Well, you look at the numbers on Carly Perk, who is in the circle tonight for Jones, and they are eye-popping. She is 17-2 on the season with 1 save, 12 complete games, 106 2/3 innings pitched, 72 hits, 30 runs, 14 earned, 36 walks, 131 strikeouts, averaging 8 strikeouts per 7. She's given up 2 home runs on the year and an ERA of .92.
Not too shabby. I believe she's taking her talents to Memphis next season. That pitch across for a strike. 2-2 now is the count to Walters, the left fielder for East Central.
If you look at Shelby Walters, batting in left field, she's hitting .380 on the year, 5 home runs, 28 runs batted in.
So awaiting the pitch here. This one is going to be popped back and out of play. And we'll stay at 2-2.
Yeah, good job there by Walters. Just trying to hang and stay alive as that pitch was really on the outside corner. And if you're Walters, just trying to, at this point, force the pitch back over the middle of the plate as much as you can. And then right there you see the swing and a miss as we were talking about it. And the strikeout numbers really just are off the charts this year inside the circle. And it's going to be a real tough matchup tonight for this East Central lineup.
Appreciate that, Jeremy. Had to step away and take care of a little bit of business over there on the side. And so that first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day as that pitch goes high to McMahon, the third baseman. So 1 out and nobody on here. As this is Perk in the circle, that pitch just hangs up high for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. Well, she leaves little doubt when she slings it. She sling it with some authority.
Yeah, she's not going to try to go up there and throw a bunch of change-ups and all speed pitches. She's going with the velocity, and more often than not, she's had a lot of success. And the other thing, too, that's really interesting is she's probably the tallest pitcher in softball that I've seen all season long, maybe in the last couple of years. And we always talk about that in baseball. That just makes it like the pitch is coming at you faster, and I think that's probably true in softball as well.
2-1 is the count here. This pitch fouled back, and we'll go to 2-2 now. McMahon at the plate.
McMahon, good numbers on the year, hitting .382, 8 home runs. Looks like she leads the team in that category, 37 runs batted in.
So 2-2 is the count with 1 out and nobody on here. Top of the first, East Central and Jones County. Beautiful pitch there, got her looking. A little off speed that time. And that is the second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game.
So not afraid to throw the off speed, obviously, but you talked about in the first game. If you've got a change-up or a slider, a curveball that you can throw consistently for strikes with that big fastball, you're going to be unhittable, and that's exactly what Perk's got. That pitch was nasty on the outside corner and already 2 strikeouts.
So now this is going to be Beckham, the shortstop, coming to the plate.
She's hitting .348, 4 homers, 37 runs batted in.
Jordan try to spark a 2-out rally here in the top of the first inning. And that pitch across for a strike. Boy, I tell you what, she is just, Perk that is just working quickly and really not getting East Central a chance to do anything. Smart move by Beckham to kind of step out of the box and see if he can't just throw off her rhythm.
Yeah, she's just catch it, ready, and pitch.
And there is strike 2. And looking like Jeremy Kennedy back in his Oxford High School pitching days.
Yeah, that did not happen. But, boy, she's absolutely in rhythm right now. And everything, she obviously has a purpose of where she wants to go with her pitches. It's right-handed dominant, going to be the lineup throughout tonight. So that's what's going to be interesting is you're probably going to look at a middle third away for Carly Perk.
So 2-2 now is the count with 2 outs. A pair of strikeouts already for Perk, looking for strikeout number 3. And she gets it. Swinging strike 3 and an impressive start to the contest for Perk. 3 up, 3 down goes East Central, and that's 3 Renaissance Bank strikeouts to start the game. We'll take a break and be back with the bottom half of the inning right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
I could get the extra most bestest with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for $6. Or I could get a pizza with less toppings for more money.
Get the most cheese and most pepperoni for the nation's best price. Little Caesars large $6 extra most bestest.
Pizza.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set now to move to the bottom of the first inning. A quick 3 up, 3 down top part of the inning after 3 Renaissance Bank strikeouts by Perk. And so now up for Jones will be Lofton, Murray, and Robinson, due up here in the bottom of the first inning. And Jeremy, right now, if you're East Central, you got to play pretty solid defensively.
You're going to have to be really good defensively. You're also going to have a good outing from Caitlin Oswald, who is in the circle for the Lady Warriors. 16-7 on the season, 20 complete games in her 22 starts. That's impressive. 148 2/3 innings pitched, 162 hits, 91 runs, 66 earned, 47 walks, 108 strikeouts, 5 strikeouts per 7. She has given up 15 home runs, so that's a gaudy number there, an ERA of 3.11. And you look at, obviously, too, from an ERA standpoint, East Central's team ERA 2.89, but you're facing a Jones hitting lineup that hits 356 on the season.
That's what you call swinging a bat. That first pitch across for a strike. The second one jammed her inside. They said she went. 0-2 is the count. Now, here's the thing about this East Central team. They're a team that's a pretty good ball club and probably the most seasoned team. A lot of sophomores on this team, and they were really good last year. So it's one of those teams that if they can get it going early, start swinging the bat, they could be extremely dangerous in this tournament. And they're going to be a hit batter for Lofton to lead things off here for Jones. So Lofton will earn the free pass by taking one for the team, and that's going to bring up the shortstop, Murray.
Yeah, and that's what you really can do. You get Lofton, who hits .403 down in an 0-2 hole. You certainly can't enter with a pitch. You can't do that with anybody, but particularly a person like Lofton in this lineup of Jones, who just, you go down the line, it's gaudy number after gaudy number. We talked about 356 batting average. Can't give them extra outs.
Runner goes, and she's there by a mile. So you take a look at the tail end of that stolen base for Lofton, and boy, man, she's tall. She's, I guess, rangy, and she can get to second in a hurry.
If I gave you a guess as to how many stolen bases that is for her now on the year, what would you think?
130.
She is now 55 for 56.
Wow.
On the season.
That was close.
That is quite impressive. And so now then you get Taylor Murray, who hits 336, and she's got 59 RBIs with 10 home runs.
Shows bunt, fouls it off. That'll go for strike one. 1-1 now.
And of course, the scouting report would say she would naturally bunt with those gaudy numbers.
Yeah.
You know, but that tells you just how good they are. And we talked about it, number 4 in the country. And this is just a really, really big-time lineup. And I think everybody thinks we're going to get a Jones ICC matchup. We'll obviously have to wait for this one. But
shows the bunt and fouls it off again. And now 1-2 goes the count.
But you would think 10 home runs and almost 60 RBIs that she would be swinging away in the bottom of the first. But I think, obviously, look, too, I mean, Coach Robinson wants to get some runs early. He knows Perk, obviously, looks like she's going to be in the zone. You just want to one-run them to death if you can.
So 1-2 now is the count here to Murray, the shortstop. Pitch coming and got her swinging at that one. Couldn't check the swing. And how about a big-time Renaissance Bank strikeout there for the first out of the inning. Nice job by Oswald to battle back and get that strikeout.
Yeah, you get 2 bunt attempts that were not in the field of play. You get a 1-2 pitch, and then all of a sudden you get a good velocity pitch on the inside corner. Murray just could not hold it, check her swing. Big out.
So now this will be the third baseman, Robinson, coming to the plate. Change up is there for a strike.
Emily, 426 on the year, 8 home runs, 56 RBIs.
So basically what you're saying is anytime you go over some Sonic stats for Jones, they're going to be impressive.
Yeah, they're going to be really, as we talked about, 356 as a team. That is unbelievable.
That fastball just missing inside for a ball.
And you know this is better than I do. I mean, you do this every single day. I used to a couple years ago. But the JUCO softball is as good as it gets in the country in this league.
Absolutely. 3 teams in the top 10. And you look at our region, then you move in LSU Eunice, and they're number 2 in the country.
Yeah.
So you've got 4 teams.
Yeah, 2, 3, 4. You know, and you got number 10 at East Central. As you talked about, a good team, a good program. Boy, they're right in the middle of a big-time softball hub, too, in the East Central part of the state of Mississippi.
And, of course, you talk about number 1, Des Moines, Iowa. They were scheduled to play Jones. That game got rained out. Come up to ICC. The young lady's going to Ole Miss from Des Moines, and she's only given up 1 run all year, or 1 earned run, I should say, as there's a little roller to second. The put-out runner does advance to third. That 1 run belongs to ICC to go back and finish that point there. So, yeah, it would have been really interesting because Jones, ICC swept Jones during the year. Jones swept LSU during the LSU Eunice during the year. So it's very competitive and very tough softball here in the MACJC. A lot of people know it for football, but guess what? Softball right up there with it.
No question about that.
And there's a shot right back up the middle, and that's going to score a run. Big time hit there off the bat of Venable. Return to Cinder.
Yeah, pitch right over the heart of the plate. Callie Venable with a 383 average. That's now her 35th RBI of the year. And if you're Oswald, you're trying to make 1 pitch to get out of this inning, and you want to get over for a strike 1, but Venable's sitting on it. Got that pitch down the middle, just hammered it right back up the box, and that's what can happen. You get Kelsha Lofton on base, and more often than not, she's going to come around to score.
All-speed pitch, missing low for a ball. Nearly was a line out back to the pitcher for Oswald. Would have been an amazing play by Oswald to be able to get out of the inning there, but a break going the way of Jones County. They lead it now 1-0 here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, and also, too, that stolen base, a big deal because it gets Lofton into scoring position. Then you can get, you advance a runner. And now you're looking at Hallie Donald at the plate, and she hits 371 with 8 home runs and 30 RBIs. I mean, this is just, there are no easy outs in this lineup whatsoever.
So 2-0 is the count here to Donald. That pitch missing inside. 3-0 now is the count. We do want to welcome those watching in support of East Central and Jones here on Let'sGoICCTV.com. Our thoughts and prayers extended to the family of the associate head coach Bob Harrington in the unexpected loss of his mother. Also, it was SID Sean Wansley, who is having some family issues, unable to make the trip up here to cover the game. So we're happy to be able to fill in for those guys here. There's a shot to second. Routine throw over to first is in time. 4-3 on the putout to end the inning. But they do get 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and Jones leads it 1-0 here after 1 complete. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
Best tailgate, brisket.
No, real football y pollo asado.
Hoops and wings. Burgers.
7-layer dip.
Hummus.
What?
You need a hot grill.
And an ice-cold Coke.
It's got to be cold.
It's Tailgating 101.
Hi, I'm Jada Standifer. I am ICC's Most Beautiful 2018, and you're watching Let's Go ICC TV.
So you took Little Caesar's Extra Most Bestest pizza that has the most cheese and pepperoni at the nation's best price, and then stuffed more cheese into the crust?
Yep, it's got 3 feet of cheese stuffed in the crust.
Huh.
Added more cheese to the pizza with the most cheese. They added more cheese to the pizza with the most cheese. They added more cheese to their pizza with
Poor
the
guy.
most cheese.
Couldn't wrap his mind around all that cheese.
They added.
Get a large Little Caesar's Extra Most Bestest stuffed crust pepperoni pizza for $9.
Pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now as we get set to move to the top of the second inning, for East Central, it'll be the 4, 5, 6 batters coming up. Oatman, Scott, and Gartman. After a 3-up, 3-down inning, Jeremy, was very impressive by Perk to start the contest with 3 Renaissance Bank strikeouts.
Yeah, it's just good as advertised. A lot of velocity. She can mix up the all-speed pitches in there. The numbers are really, really impressive. But, I mean, I think, again, some of it is also, too, we talked about her size. She's a little taller. Makes the pitch look a little faster. She's got enough velocity on her own. Then you throw in a little bit of the intimidation factor, and she's as good as it gets. And if you're East Central, though, you just have to kind of get in there and battle. Do a little bit what we saw Pearl River do with Bailey, with Springfield earlier today. Just get in there and be pesky outs and try to foul off a lot of pitches and force her to throw a lot and see if you can get her a little frustrated.
So Oatman will lead things off here. She's catching in the first, or in this game. So used to a doubleheader, say in the first game of the day, as this pitch fouled off out of play. 0-1 now is the count here to Oatman.
Cassie Oatman hitting .314 on the season, 4 home runs, 31 RBIs.
So 0-1 is the count here to Oatman. She is batting in that number 4 spot. Trying to spark the bats here for East Central. They trail 1-0. That pitch a little high and outside off the glove of the catcher. Nobody on base to really worry about there.
And for all the talk, and for good reason, about Jones County and their numbers offensively, East Central's are even gaudier. .368 team batting average, .440 on base percentage, .541 slugging. They can hit the softball as well.
So the 1-1 pitch, this one fouled off out of play over towards Dr. Allen, who's talking with the victorious head coach, Andy Kirk, after winning the first game of the day 8-2. Good thing there was a tree over there because I don't think he's paying much of attention.
Yeah, I don't either.
So 1-2 now is the count here to Oatman. Pitch coming. And a good job that time fouling that pitch off. A little off speed out of Perk, and we'll stay at 1-2. We do want to remind you that there is a chance of rain either later tonight, early in the morning. If there's any changes, we'll have it on our website, letsgoicc.com, as well as Twitter @letsgoicc. 1-2 pitch coming. And there's strike 3.
Well, just when you think you've got a beat on it, you fouled some pitches off. She comes back with the off speed with real late movement. It just falls over the heart of the plate. 4 strikeouts now for Perk in this one. And well, East Central right now just really up against it. It's so tough to be able to try and get to her.
Well, you just see the way she's kind of tossing the ball around in the circle. She's feeling a lot of confidence here early on. That pitch up high for a ball. This is Scott, the second baseman, coming to the plate.
Eva Scott hitting .326 on the year, 2 home runs, 30 runs batted in.
So she will dig in here with the 0-1 count. And lines this one up, and it's going to drop for a base hit. That's what you need right there if you're East Central. Now she's going to try to turn it into 2. Nicely done. Ball just got down to the gap that time and was able to have the heads up. And a good job by the first base coach. Just came out, basically pushed her to second base. And a big-time double there.
12th double of the year for Eva Scott, and she's going to be a runner in score position. And Perk, time made a bit of a mistake, left the pitch right in the zone. And Scott able to go with it the other way, pitches the middle away. Didn't try to do too much, just put the barrel on it, hit it hard somewhere, and placed it perfectly in the right center field gap.
That pitch right down Broadway for a strike. This is Gartman, the first baseman, at the plate. Tying run is at second with 1 out here. We're in the top of the second. So Gartman going to try to get something going here for East Central. Late on that one. Strike 2. So 0-2 is the count here on Gartman, the first baseman.
She hitting .382, 6 home runs, 25 RBIs.
0-2 pitch coming. This one popped up. Center fielder coming over will make the play and not deep enough to allow the runner to advance. And so that is going to be second out of the inning there. So can't rely on strikeouts all the time, but that time just a little routine fly ball out to center field for out number 2.
And that's what's so big too, is if you're able to minimize, you give up a double, but if you're able to minimize the damage, you don't allow them to just string hits together. Then that's what separates the great pitchers from pitchers who are pretty good but just can't get that extra out. Chance now to get out of it without giving up anything.
And the rise ball swung on and missed. This is Johnson, the right fielder at the plate. She's batting in that 7th spot in the lineup.
She's hitting .473 on the year, 2 home runs, 28 runs batted in.
Wow, she can come up with a base hit here. It could be big to tie this contest. 2-out hitting was big in the first game of the day. Can East Central find a 2-out hit here in the nightcap? 0-1 pitch coming. This one popped up off speed. Perk's going to camp underneath it and squeeze it for the putout. And a nice job getting back-to-back pop-ups to end the inning and get out of the inning with no damage done. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Jones County leading it 1-0. Back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
What if Mississippi's community and junior colleges didn't exist? You'd see a much different Mississippi, one without these degrees. And the jobs that come from them. One where many would fail to get a higher education because affordable community and junior college is their only hope. We're in danger of this happening thanks to state budget cuts. In fact, Mississippi once ranked #1 in America's community and junior college systems. #1. But now has slipped out of the top 10, way out, which is already a consequence of budget cuts. So, what if community and junior colleges didn't exist? If budget cuts continue, we may well find out. Contact your legislator and tell them to support Mississippi's community and junior colleges.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set here for the bottom of the second inning. 1-0 is your score. The only run of the game so far is off the bat of Venable, who had a hard hit, 2-out single right back up the middle to score Lofton in the bottom of the first inning. And so now it'll be Sykes, Denton, and McCleskey due up here. Sykes, the first baseman, batting in that 6th spot.
She's hitting .364 on the year, 4 home runs, 27 runs batted in. Both of these teams can really hit. I think we just talk about it with Jones a little bit more because there's a lower number towards 1 next to them. Sometimes it tends to get your attention a little bit more.
There's a hard hit line drive. Foul down the third baseline for strike 1.
East Central's just going to have Oswalt minimize here. You can't just let them one run you to death. You're going to have to put up some zeros. You got to be careful while at the same time not nibbling that you end up falling behind. I know that sort of put yourself in a precarious situation, but you're going to have to make sure you just don't make mistakes.
That pitch falls across for a strike. 0-2 now is the count. Now, we were singing the praises of Perk earlier, and as you said, she seems to work a little bit more velo. Right now, Oswalt doing a great job up, down, switching up her speeds to be able to kind of jam up these batters for Jones. And we're going to do what we did that very last inning and started off with a hit batter, and that kind of came back to haunt.
Batting for the Lady Bobcats.
East Central and Oswalt. Yeah, but you simply can't do that. I mean, we talked about that again, and you're in a situation where you're trying to figure out how to pitch to these batters and how good they are, and you get ahead 0-2, you can't hit a batter. You get ahead 1-2, you can't hit a batter to lead off. That's what we talked about. You got to be able to make those pitches so that you can then give your defense a chance to help you out. When you give up a leadoff HBP last inning to score, you give up a leadoff one here, and it just really puts you behind the 8 ball.
So now this will be Denton, the catcher, at the plate. Bunts it, nearly bunted it right back into the glove of the catcher. Boy, that would have been a big-time play there because that would have been an easy double play. But a break there for Jones as the ball fell harmlessly to the turf.
Faith Denton hitting .313 on the year, a home run, 13 runs batted in. Just a freshman. Good mix of freshmen and sophomores on this Jones team. You mentioned it, a lot of sophomores on the East Central team.
Yep, no outs. We're in the bottom of the second here. Shows bunt and bunts that one foul. Well, that's going to be one thing we saw Jones struggle with earlier. They weren't able to get some bunts down in some small ball situations, and now they fall behind the count 0-2. Once again, we do want to welcome everyone tuning in here on Let'sGoICCTV.com. A special hello to those watching here for East Central and Jones County. And remind you that every game will be streamed here on Let's Go ICC TV, the red channel, as that's going to be a ground ball through the middle, or excuse me, through the middle between the shortstop and third baseman. I can't change my conversation midstream there, Jeremy.
Yeah, that's a really good at bat by Denton. You don't get the bunt down, and you're thinking, okay, all right, 2 strikes, go and attacker, and Denton's able to take it through the 6-hole, and that's what's frustrating. It's 3 times Oswald's gotten to 2 strikes. She's hit 2 batters and then given up a base hit on 3 of those. Now, obviously, she's had 2 strikes on other hitters and been successful, but that's where Jones really gets you, is that they're able to just continue to fight, and then if you give them a chance, they're going to really end up hurting you.
Once again, trying to lay down that bunt. It was fouled back off the netting for strike 1.
Got Gracie McCleskey, 364, 4 home runs, 22 runs batted in. And if she gets on base, she is 23 for 23 in stolen bases. This Jones team on the year coming in 131 for 140.
Good night. Bunt is laid down, and probably should have let that one go foul, but they do get the out at third base, or do they?
They got it.
Yes, they do. Smart play. I thought there for a second, probably would have let that one roll foul.
I did too.
But the fielder's choice score that one 5-6 on the put out of Sykes.
And then Chris Robinson really frustrated with McKenna Sykes because he wanted her to get down and slide, and she went straight up, and it was an easy throw. That was really good. I was like you. I thought the better play would have been to let it go foul. But good job by Madeline McMahon to be able to pick that up, and a good job to cover third base. And that's a big out. Still 2 runners on, but you get that lead runner and you get 1 out in the inning.
That pitch paints the outside corner for a strike. This is McKinney, the left fielder, at the plate. She's batting in that number 9 spot here for Jones.
She's hitting .426, 8 runs batted in.
So 0-1 is the count. Slap hitter now. Of course, a new rule in softball this year. If you are a slap hitter, if you make contact with the ball while any part of your body, it could be a toe out of the box, you're out.
And that's going to take some getting used to, because if you have a team full of slappers, then that is obviously going to be a big issue.
And that's going to be slap foul. 1-2 now goes the count here on McKinney.
And if you've recruited that way, because that rule has been in, only in place this year. Normally you've recruited for that for a long time. You pick up a couple of batters that are like that, and all of a sudden they have to change what they've been doing their entire lives playing softball. It will take a little bit. So you won't see maybe as many slappers in the near future. Everybody's going to be taught just to hit, straight up.
And swinging strike 3, a big-time Renaissance Bank strikeout there for out number 2.
Well, that's a big time. You're talking about somebody hitting almost 430. If Oswald can get out of this giving up nothing at all, that would be gigantic, considering she hits the leadoff batter and you give up a base hit when Denton's trying to bunt. That would be huge. Now, she's not out of it yet because you get loft to the top of the order, but she's 1 pitch away from getting out of this, giving up nothing.
Change up, or actually a fastball that's high out of the zone. 4-ball. Lofton was hit by a pitch, stole a base, and scored a run in her first at bat. Trying to extend the inning here with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. We're in the bottom of the second here between East Central and Jones. Nice pitch coming back across, so the catcher set outside, and at the last second leaned back in to get that strike.
Really good job there to frame that pitch by, as we talked about, Cassie Oldman, catcher.
So 1-1 now is the count. 2 outs. Pitch coming, and the liner, second baseman gets it. Throw over is in time for the putout. 4-3, and Jeremy, you said it. If she can get out of that inning without putting a run across, it was big. Mission accomplished.
Yeah, she did that. Really good job. Also got some help from her defense behind her as well. Got into a jam, got out of it. Should be big for her confidence going forward.
We're going to take a break and be back with more 1-0 Jones right after this.
When I was looking for a college back in the day, I'm from Amory, Mississippi, just 30 minutes down the road, and I'm a homebody, and I had to commute, and I said, I need to go to a college that's not too far from home. and I heard of ICC. And once I stepped on campus, I knew this is the junior college I need to be at. I didn't think of another college. I said, this is it. When I stepped on campus, the atmosphere, it just was drawn to me. And I felt like this is where I belong. I belong here at Itawamba Community College. Because at that moment, I knew this is the best junior college on the planet. This is where I need to be. This is where I was planted. And that's why I am what I am today, because of Itawamba Community College.
I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide proper diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your eye appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set here for the top of the third. I had to think there for a second where we were at in the world, and we are in the top of the third. Adam Gore, Jeremy Kennedy here. 1-0 is your score. Jones County, they got to run across in the bottom of the first, and that's where we stand right now. For East Central, it'll be the 8-9-1 batters coming up. Brabham, Parks, and back to the top of the lineup in Walters.
AC Brabham hitting .419 on the season, 20 runs batted in. You look up and down this lineup, the numbers are there, the stats are there. They're just facing a really talented pitcher in Carly Perk.
So Perk, that pitch missing low for a ball. Since the count is 1-1 here to Brabham, and that pitch missing high. Well, that's one thing we've seen right now is Perk, who came out quickly, dominant, but now you're seeing East Central doing a good job being a little bit more patient at the plate and make her throw a few more pitches.
Yeah, once you get first time through the lineup, you then kind of see it. You sort of go, okay, look, I understand. You know, and they've seen her before.
Yes.
So it's not anything new, but then you sort of get into some tendencies. Okay, she likes to throw this pitch in this count, and you start to get the scouting report down, and you can make some adjustments.
So the 3-1 pitch, and that's going to be a walk. Nice job by Barham to lead the inning off with a walk and put a runner on.
So you get a leadoff runner, and now the question becomes, what do you want to do at the plate? You've got Marley Parks, who hits .389, 15 RBIs. So you got a .416 on base percentage. Do you try to bunt to roll to the top of the order? You want to try your hand at swinging away?
And they do show bunt. They foul this one back for strike one. That's one thing really neither team have been able to do a good job of so far early in the contest, is get these bunts down in small ball situations.
Yeah, we saw Denton struggle to do that. Now she ended up getting a base hit out of it, so that that ends up being okay. But if your Parks right here, got to be able to get that bunt down.
So the 0-1 pitch coming. Bunt is laid down. Only one play, and that's going to be over to first. And that sacrifice bunt being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. Done successfully and moves the runner over to second.
That's a really, really good bunt there. Now you get another runner in scoring position. Only one down. You get to the top of the order. And this is going to be Shelby Walters' second at bat against Perk. Now I get it. She struck out first time up, and Perk really cruised through that top of the order. But the more at bats and you get to see, the less intimidating she'll end up being to you at the plate.
One out and a runner on second. Pitch coming. Outside corner misses for a ball. 1-0 now is the count here to Walters. As Jeremy mentioned, she struck out swinging in the first at bat of the game.
Yeah, only the 10th time she struck out all season. Only has 7 walks, so a little odd for a leadoff hitter.
And a healthy swing at that rise ball comes up empty. 1-1 now is the count with 1 out. Well, as we sit, go ahead.
I was going to say she does have 15 doubles on the year, which leads the team.
Well, that'll be a big time clutch hit here. She can come up with an extra base hit. 1-1 pitch coming. And that's going to get through, and that's going to possibly score a run. We'll see. Will they try to score the run from third? Yes, they will. And they're going to get the runner out at second, but the damage done there on an RBI single. And we've got a tie ball game.
Well, that's a good piece of hitting, and that's what we talked about. Walters ends up getting a pitch that Pert leaves right over the heart of the plate. She just hammers it right back up the middle. Now, it's a mistake on the base pass. Lofton bobbles this ball in center field, and you're thinking, well, try to get to second base. There was really no chance to do so, so it's a nice play for Lofton out there. Missed opportunity for East Central to have a runner on base to keep this going, but you've at least tied it up, and now all of a sudden you've maybe gotten to perk a little bit. You've been able to gain some confidence inside the batter's box.
So 1-1 is your score now. 2 outs. We're in the top of the third. Is that pitch a beauty right now in the heart of the plate for a strike? 1-1 now goes the count.
And +2, that's Walters, who she struck out in the first inning, gets an RBI single. Now you're at McMahon, and if she gets on base, or at least puts it in play, you start to say, look, the quality at bats number is starting to go up, and that's what you have to have against Carly Pert.
That pitch missing high for a ball. 2-1 now is the count now. You're starting to see Pert labor a little bit. As you said, it could be what we talked about in that first game of the day between ICC and Pearl River, getting in the head of the pitcher. And that pitch drifts up high for a ball. 3-1 now goes the count. Well, the lights are on here in Fulton. We do remind you there is a chance of rain either late tonight or very early in the morning. We'll put the tarp down at the end of tonight's action. If there is any changes in the schedule, we'll have that on our website, letsgoicc.com, as well as on Twitter at letsgoicc, and that's going to be a foul ball caught in foul territory to end the inning. But they do get the run back. We're tied at 1. We're going to head to the bottom of the third. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on letsgoicctv.com.
This broadcast on letsgoicctv.com is presented by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Food Giant, the Sonic of Fulton, your Etowah County Farm Bureau agent Joey Cox, the ICC BSU, Bank of Okolona, Legend Sports Grill, the ICC Wesley Foundation, Choice Palm, Kegel Eye Center, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the ICC Alumni Association, and the ICC Foundation.
Today, you are connected more than ever. Your friends, your family, your life. Having a partner that understands banking is what you do on your time, anywhere you like. It's about being connected, which is easy with convenient locations in your community. Understanding that sometimes you need to speak to real people with real answers. Banking partners with the services you desire, who understand how you want to bank. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
Batting for the Lady Bobcats.
And welcome back now as we move to the bottom of the third inning.
Murray.
And it's going to be Murray, Robinson, and Venable due up. The 2-3-4 batters here for Jones. Murray in her first at bat struck out swinging, the first of 2 Renaissance Bank strikeouts of the game for Oswald. Of course, the strikeouts being brought to you by Renaissance Bank. Renaissance Bank, understanding you, renaissancebank.com. And that one zipped right across in a hurry for a strike.
So now if you're Oswald, you give up that run in the first, come back and get into some trouble in the second inning, get out of it. We really got to get a shutdown inning here. Your offense cracks the code, so to speak, and gets a big run. That'd be huge to be able to put up a 0 here.
That pitch tipped but fouled back. 0-2 now. Quickly ahead in the count is Oswald, and I think you're right. If you get a 3-up, 3-down inning, Lady Mo might be shipping away of the black and gold. 0-2 pitch. Oh, inside corner. Flirted with it. Couldn't get the call. 1-2 now is the count here to Murray.
It's a really good location. Everything had been away. Come in with a velocity pitch on the inside corner.
So 1-2 is the count. Change up, waited on it, and just drills it out there to left field. Good at bat.
That's a terrific at bat. It's a 1-2 pitch, and you mentioned it, the change up. You're expecting to see maybe perhaps a fastball away to try to get her to chase, but
Number 16.
no question about it. Taylor Murray was sitting on it, got it, and ripped it into left field. And for the third straight inning, Jones has gotten the leadoff runner aboard.
Now this is going to be Robinson, who grounded out to the second baseman for the second out of the first inning, and she'll dig in. Swings on the first pitch she sees. Deep fly ball, but foul. Wow. gave that one a ride, and East Central fans, you can breathe easy as that one was a foul ball.
Robinson just a little bit out in front of that. Sitting on it, though, and that's when you know, look, these hitters maybe have a little bit of an idea what's coming, and they just don't have their timing quite down, but they're sitting on it.
Runner goes, throw down is going to be in time. Big time play there to get the runner trying to steal. 2-6 on the putout. Great throw by Oatman.
Murray was 18th for 20 on the year stolen bases, and Coach Robinson's going to argue that she beat the tag, and I think he's going to at least get them to talk about it, but there's no way home plate umpire or the first base umpire would have been able to see that. So there's just no way this is going to be overturned. I think this is definitely going to be an out, but a really, really good throw down there by Cassie Oatman.
Well, let's look at it again here on the Little Caesars instant replay. Had a pretty good shot at it.
Yeah, I think she got her at the top.
I think she got her. And the infield umpire wasted no time before calling her out over there. So they're going to talk this one over. Unless there was something else that we did not see. And they're going to stay with the call. They're going to say she is out on the play. So one out now. And a great job there by EC to get the runner trying to steal and erase her off the bases. And now there's one out here. And we'll check to see what the count is. 0-2. 0-2 is the count here on Robinson. So waiting the 0-2 pitch here. And she kind of skipped that one across. 1-2 is the count. Not a bad spot to miss when you got one to throw away.
0-2, if you're going to miss, miss there for sure.
So 1-2 now is the count here on Robinson, the third baseman. She gave one a ride, but it was pulled foul. Looks at that one. It's in the dirt. 2-2 now is the count. 1-1 is your score. It was one run in the bottom of the first and then one in the top half of the inning by East Central to tie this thing up here. We're in the bottom of the third, game 2 of the opening day of the MACJC State Tournament. There's a shot, and it's going to sneak its way through. Nicely done on that at bat by Robinson. That's going to be her first of the day. Back-to-back hits now for Jones.
Yeah, now how big is obviously being able to get Murray out at second base. You'll be looking at first and second with nobody out. And now you get at least one out. And we'll see if Jones wants to be as aggressive on the base paths again. But this team, they just continue to really be able to sit there and hit the softball.
So Venable at the plate. She had an RBI single that she hit right back at Oswalt. She fouls that one back and out of play for strike one. That was back in the first inning. It was able to score Lofton, who was hit by a pitch and stole a base. So 0-1 is the count here on Venable. 1-for-1 with an RBI. A runner at first with one out here in the bottom of the third. That pitch inside corner missing. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on first. We're in the bottom of the third. The winner of this game will get ICC in the 1 o'clock game tomorrow. The loser will get will get Pearl River, and there could be a tailor-made double play. The throw over is in time. How about a Little Caesars double play here on this Little Caesars instant replay? A beauty. And got her for the final out. Boy, I tell you what, Lady Mo is in the way of East Central right now, as that was a big out in the inning. 1-1, we played 3. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
Well, my name is Alyssa Lipsy, and I really enjoyed coming here because I was financially stable. That was the biggest thing. And then I was close to home, so I wasn't too far from my family. I was in Pontotoc County, so I had that guaranteed tuition. But they offer so many more scholarships. Like there's ACT scholarships. I had gotten one because I had a high enough ACT. I was involved in Indian delegation, so that gave me a scholarship. And when I came to ICC, I had support from beginning to end, before orientation up until graduation. It was amazing. I just had that one-on-one with everyone I was involved with and everything I did. And I don't know, it just made me a better Alyssa coming here. I go to Ole Miss without paying a dime out of my pocket just because all the stuff I did here at ICC and all the stuff I got involved in and making connections with my teachers as well as the students that were here and just being open-minded to change. And I mean, I'm not having to owe anybody any money to go to school, so that's pretty amazing. And ICC was able to do that for me in the long run.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to start the top of the fourth inning, where it will be Beckham, Oatman, and Scott due up here. And Jeremy, Lady Mo starting to shift a little bit here over to the way of East Central after a 3-up, 3-down inning there. Caught a runner trying to steal, then got a Little Caesars double play to end the inning. So things starting to shift the way of East Central.
Yeah, they are, and obviously Kayla Beckham in a situation where she moves over, able to glove that and get a double play out of it. That's true. You just want to hang around, put all the pressure on Jones.
Oh, that one just barely foul, and might have been a break, though, for East Central that it was because the runner didn't really take off out of the box. I don't think she realized how close that was going to be. So a break there for East Central as that one goes foul. So 0-1 is the count now. Here to Beckham. Beckham, Oatman, and Scott, the 3-4-5 batters due up here for the Warriors. And this one, a shot. Left fielder's going to go back and watch it say goodbye. Big time hit there, and East Central now takes the lead.
Only the third home run she's given up this year. And when you make a great defensive play, it always stands to reason that you're going to be the one to lead off. And Beckham absolutely hammered that ball. Her 5th home run of the year, 38th RBI, and East Central takes a 2-1 lead. Perk just left that pitch right over the heart of the plate, and that ball was absolutely hammered deep into left field. Folks out there with some lawn chairs had a great chance to catch that one.
And a lot of East Central fans out there as well, as you saw the celebration as soon as the ball got over the fence. I'm glad it was a little bit to the right because there was a lady in that lawn chair.
Yes.
She didn't really react to the ball.
Yeah, my first thought off the bat was that it was probably going to be right there off the base of the wall, but ball had some get up on it at the very end and carried deep and rolled all the way to the very back row of those folks out there hanging out. But man, that ball was absolutely hammered, and Perk, first 4 batters she faced struck him out. Since then, East Central's done a good job of putting it in play, and they've hit a lot of balls hard.
Big healthy swing there, swung on and missed. 1-2 now is the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count here on Oatman, the catcher. Oatman reaches for this one, pops it up. First baseman is going to go over and make the play for out number 1. Well, good job settling down after giving up that long ball to get the infield pop-up for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, if you're Perk, you just have to forget about that and go back to doing what was working. Obviously, you attack these hitters with your velocity. You're able to mix some pitches up. We mentioned the fact that she can throw the changeup and the off-speed. She's got to go back and mix that up a little bit more. I think she's relying too heavily on the rise ball and on trying to use the velocity all the time. But East Central's been able to sit on that. They've been expecting it. You got to go back to mixing up your pitches a little bit more.
2-1 is your score. That pitch high for a ball. 1-0 is the count with 1 out. Nobody on here for East Central. That pitch missing outside. 2-0 now goes the count here to Scott, the second baseman. Scott doubled in her only at bat so far in the contest. And I tell you what, Scott, she's quick as a hiccup as that ball got to the gap, kind of bounced around a little bit on the outfield fence, but was able to get in for that double. Listen to that pitch high. 3-0 now is the count. Jeremy, I can't see the bullpen from here. Does Jones, it's actually on this side. Jones doesn't necessarily have somebody up working right now, but I think they had somebody getting loose earlier in the contest. 3-0 now is the count. And that one right down Broadway that time. 3-1 goes the count. Fully expecting Scott to take the whole way that time. She did. 3-1 now goes the count here on Scott. So awaiting the pitch here. 3-1 offering coming. Swung on and missed. Couldn't catch up with the fastball there. Nice job battling back by Perk to force the count to go full.
Yeah, got to get in the over pitch, and then right there, pitch is just a little bit away. Scott laid on it.
So waiting the 3-2 offering here from Perk. And nice job battling back to get the strikeout.
Well, that's what you have to do. You give up a home run like that, a little bit like quarterback in football. You got to have some amnesia, and the pitchers have to do that. And Perk so far got a pop up on the infield and a strikeout there after falling behind 3-0, and she's just got to continue to pitch and keep filling up the strike zone because obviously there's still a long way to go in this one. She still pitched okay. The East Central team made some adjustments, though. She'll have to kind of make some back, and as I talked about, I think she's got to use a little bit more of the off-speed stuff to keep these hitters off balance.
And that time pitch drifting up high. 1-1 now is the count. This is Gartman, who flew out to center field. She's also playing first base, batting in that 6th spot here for East Central. 2-1 is your score. EC with the lead. 1-1 is the count with 2 outs and nobody on. That pitch missing outside. Now 2-1 goes the count. If you're just now joining us, ICC picked up an 8-2 victory in the first game of the day. They advance to the winner's bracket. They'll await the winner of this game. The loser will be facing Pearl River in an elimination game at 3 o'clock Saturday. This pitch popped up and back out of play. 2-2 is the count. That pitch going over the top of us here in the ICC Foundation broadcast booth. Remind you, if you would like to contribute to Itawamba Community College, you can visit iccms.edu. That's iccms.edu for more information on the ICC Foundation. 2-2 pitch coming. This one popped up. Center fielder dancing around, a little trouble finding it, but adjusts nicely to come up and get the third out of the inning. But the damage was done. A solo home run to start the inning by Peckham gives East Central the 2-1 lead. We'll take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
What's better than waiting in line at the bank? Literally everything. Renaissance Bank's mobile check deposit lets you take care of checks wherever you want. Click on Deposit Check in the Renaissance mobile app. Read and hit Continue on the bottom of the notice page. Sign it. Write your name, account number, and for mobile deposit only on the back. Photograph it, front and back, so we know it's real. Type in the amount, choose the account to deposit into, click Continue, and go on your way. You'll receive an email that is being processed, but hold on to the hard copy until the check clears, and then rip it up and throw it away. So what are you waiting for? Download the Renaissance mobile banking app and make waiting in line a thing of the past. Check, phone, check. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
And welcome back now as number 10, East Central leading Jones 2-1. We're heading to the bottom of the 4th inning where it'll be the 5, 6, 7 batters up. Donald, Sykes, and Denton here for Jones County. Well, what looked to be a quick-paced ball game to start with, the way the Perks started off. Credit East Central for settling down, battling back, and taking this 2-1 lead.
But that's what you end up doing. We talked about it all year. This East Central team, a lot of sophomores, they've been through this. They're not going to get down easily. And for Jones County, you're going to have to continue to play well. And at this point, you have to play a little bit better. And they haven't been able to get to Oswald like we thought, perhaps.
There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Glove cleanly, throws over in time for the putout of Donald, 6-3.
And you can fall in love with the numbers too much, and they can warp your line of thinking a little bit, because you look at those numbers for Jones offensively, you look at Oswald this year and you say, okay, well, look, she's given up 15 home runs, ERA above 3. That's a recipe for a real tough start. And we thought perhaps that was where we were headed at the bottom of the first inning, but she's been able to settle down. Jones has not been able to hit the ball hard that much. She's been able to mix, get ahead, and gets for the first time, leadoff runner out in the inning.
That pitch fouled off. Out of play for strike one. This is Sykes, who was hit by a pitch. She was erased on a fielder's choice back in the 2nd inning. Looking at an 0-1 count now with 1 out. This one fouled way out of play. Actually got up to the basketball court. Rarely see that happen.
Yeah, that one was hammered down the right field line. Foul.
So 0-2, though, however, is the count. So a nice job by Oswald to quickly get ahead in the count here. A lot you can do with the 0-2 count. So waiting the 0-2 offering. Outside corner, see if she couldn't get her to chase one, and good eye that time by Sykes to hold off. 1-2 goes the count. Remind you can see highlights from today's game on our YouTube channel, Let's Go ICC. Those will be up later this evening and be available for you tomorrow. It'll also be on our website, letsgoicc.com. Ground ball, foul ball, and we'll stay 1-2. Very weird. I guess it may have bounced off the foot or maybe the shin guard of the catcher because she hit it away from herself and instantly bounced right back at her.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Oatman trying to get up and get the ball and throw it to first, and ended up hitting her shin guard. We'll do it again.
So the 1-2 pitch coming, all speed, and it's going to be scooped up nicely over there at third to throw over in time.
Boy, that is a heck of a play by Madeline McMahon. Moving to her left, glove hand. You'll see there, able to scoop it up. Because if it gets by her, that's an easy base hit. But she's able to get over there, glove it, make a good strong throw, and now trying for another 0, which will be the third straight for Miss Oswald.
Now this is Denton coming to the plate. She singled in her first at bat, was left stranded in scoring position. Takes that pitch outside corner for a ball. That outside corner is not there. This home plate umpire, he doesn't like those, and you can tell by the way he sets up, he's almost even with the batter. So you gotta, if you're gonna get that outside corner, it's just gonna be a lucky call.
Yeah, you'd think he'd set up more over the middle of the plate, directly behind the catcher.
And here's a shot to right field. Right fielder's drifting over, and we'll get it for the putout. Big 3-up, 3-down inning there for East Central. Jeremy, let's keep it here and take a look back at some of the highlights from today's game and talk about as we have played 4 here. East Central leading it 2-1. Your thoughts so far on the contest?
Well, a lot of it is just simply based off the fact that Caitlin Oswald has pitched incredibly well. She gave up a run in the bottom of the first inning and has since put up 3 straight zeros. And she even got herself in a jam in the second inning. Did a little bit better in that third, and right there was outstanding. And then for this East Central lineup, facing Carly Perk, who's been terrific all year, one of the more dominant pitchers we've seen, and they've really been able to get to her a little bit. They haven't been at all afraid to step in there. They've attacked the fastball when they've seen it. They struggle a little bit early, but she's got to do a little bit more of that. She's got to go back to the all-speed stuff, I think, because they've been sitting dead red fastball and they've hammered it. If she gets back to mixing those pitches, I think she becomes unhittable again. But no question about it, East Central, as we talked about it, you mentioned it, a lot of sophomores, they're not afraid. I know Jones County's had a great year, and they're number 4, and they've got certainly a great program. But East Central is certainly not afraid of this. They've seen each other a lot, and right now, they've got a 2-1 lead. They've just outplayed Jones a little bit.
Take a look at some more of these highlights being brought to you by Little Caesars. Want to remind everybody, Etowah County, the fastest pizza in the county, has just gotten faster thanks to the Little Caesars new mobile app. You can set up your profile, put in all of the information you need to there. You can order your pizza and pay for it from your phone. Walk in, tell them who you are, walk out. So now, heck, why not get your pizza from Little Caesars? If you don't, you can get a single topping hot and ready pizza ready for $5. As we get set to start the top. This is the top of the 5th inning here. And this is going to be Johnson, the 7, 8, 9 batters due up here for East Central. They lead 2-1. That pitch high and outside for a ball. And so that pitch missing for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. That pitch high. And once again, Jeremy, you're starting to see Perk struggle a little bit here.
Losing command a little bit. Don't know obviously how much losing the lead affects that, but she's not as sharp as she was early in the game. Certainly, that's for sure.
That pitch right down Broadway on a 3-0 count was Johnson, the right fielder, taking the whole way. She popped up to the pitcher to end the second. That really got Jones out of a jam as Scott doubled in that inning, but was left stranded in scoring position. And that pitch across for a strike. 3-2 is the count. It's almost like she's got to paint herself into a corner before she really starts attacking that zone.
Yeah, those are two pitches that were really borderline, I think. But you mentioned it. Talking about a home plate umpire that's basically on the inside corner.
And there's, looked like strike 3, but called ball 4. And so a walk issue there, and now we're going to have a little meeting in the circle.
Macy
As
Brava.
Johnson will start the inning off with a walk here. Tell you what, let's take a quick break here. A few words from our sponsors. We'll be back with more. East Central leading it 2-1.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
Gotta be hoops and wings. Nah, subs. Wings all day.
How about a sub?
Dude, wings.
Nah.
Really?
Gotta have ice cold Coke.
I'll drink to that. Now that's how it's done.
And welcome back to action. No changes made there for Jones. It's just a quick conversation. This pitch is popped up and a nice play over at third base, and very smart for the catcher who could have had a play on the ball to get out of the way because her momentum going away from first base if there's an opportunity for a double play.
Yeah, good job by Emily Robinson. Comes in. You mentioned it also too. A really good job just to lay back and allow that to end up going to fruition because Faith Denton, the catcher, you try to keep going for that too much, you end up running into your third baseman, but just disappointing there for Brabham. She couldn't get the bunt down, and you keep the runner at first base and don't allow that runner to move into scoring position.
Now this is Parks to play. She had a sacrifice bunt in her first at bat, swinging strike on the first pitch. And this pitch fouled back out of play. 0-2 now is the count on Parks. I tell you what, it was a good conversation inside the circle by Chris, or excuse me, actually I should probably call him by his last name. Chris Robinson, Coach Robinson, to come out there. Seems to have really settled Perk down.
Yeah, you got to get her back to the rhythm we saw from her in that first inning. And some of that is just basically, the pitches she's throwing. East Central's seen her a lot. This is now the third time through the lineup, and you're going to be in that situation where you're going to have to make some adjustments. And so far, she's been able to make them.
Ground ball to the shortstop. Going to go to second to throw. Nearly gets away, but a nice stretch over there at second base to get the lead runner for the second out of the inning. A fielder's choice on that, 6-4.
Yeah, Callie Venable had to do a little Houdini act over there to be able to stick the glove out and try to make sure that she didn't obstruct the runner either while keeping her other foot on the base. That would have been a disaster had that ball gotten away and gotten into right field. So leadoff walk so far hasn't hurt Perk at all. Now she's a pitch away from getting out of the inning.
That pitch up high for ball. This is back to the top of the lineup now for Walters. Walters singled in a run, was thrown out trying to stretch it into a double. That was back in the third inning. Fastball. Wow, don't know where that one is. 2-0 now is the count. So it was an RBI single by Walters and a solo home run by Beckham to start the fourth. And that's the difference in the contest right now. 2-1 is your score. Jones scored back in the bottom of the first on an RBI single by Venable to score Lofton, who was hit by a pitch, stole a base.
So you're behind 3-0 now. Probably going to get something right down the heart of the plate. Would expect her to take on 3-0, maybe even on 3-1 if we get there.
So the 3-0 pitch coming, and that was the case right down the middle of the plate there, taking the whole way that time. Jeremy, occasionally, if you have somebody that can have a little pop in their bat, do you gamble on those type pitches?
You certainly can. I just think if you're East Central, you're trying to just create as many base runners as possible. You'll take it 3-0 every time.
And a pop up to the first baseman will end the inning. And now Jones will send the bats back to the plate, trying to rally in this one. They trail 2-1. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
The more I studied, the more I looked into it, I realized all the possibilities and all the opportunities that presented itself for me at ICC. Because in high school, I was really involved. So when I got here, I plugged myself in. I got an Indian delegation, SGA, I'm an RA, and now I have more opportunities and a brighter future because of ICC, and I'm greatly thankful for ICC.
Helen,
Don't you know Little Caesars has the extra most bestest for $6?
$6? I gotta sit down.
Yeah, it has the most cheese and pepperoni for the nation's best price.
Most cheese and most pepperoni? I gotta sit all the way down.
Get the most cheese and most pepperoni for the nation's best price. Little Caesars large $6 extra most bestest.
Pizza.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
And welcome back now as we move to the bottom of the 5th inning.
Number 18.
It's going to be the 8-9-1 batters due up here. McCleskey, McKinney, and Lofton due up for Jones. They trail 2-1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The winner of this game will advance to tomorrow's 1 o'clock game and face ICC for the right to go to the championship. The loser will face Pearl River in the 3 o'clock game in an elimination game. Bunt, foul back off the netting for strike 1. But Jeremy, both these teams still trying to get these bunts down, but neither team really been able to play small ball too well so far in the contest.
No, not at all. And I think it's a credit to both pitchers, too, because they're able to really locate the softball where that's supposed to be. Certainly in the sacrifice situation, obviously, when you get a player who's just trying to bunt out of the batter's box, that can obviously be a little bit different.
This is McCleskey at the plate. She's playing in right field. She reached on a fielder's choice in her first at-bat, but was left stranded after a strikeout and a ground out into the 2nd inning. 1-1 is the count. No outs as she's leading off the inning here. That pitch high and outside for a ball. So 2-1 is your score. ICC rallied late to win 8-2 over Pearl River, and when I say late, it was the last 3 innings of the game before they were able to stretch that one out. So 1-2. That pitch inside, actually, I believe it should be maybe 3-1. Yes, 3-1 is the count. 3 balls, 1 strike. To the leadoff batter, McCleskey. And she grounds one off the glove of the pitcher, and that'll go for a base hit.
Well, that's really unlucky there. If you're Oswald, you don't falter for trying to glove it and maybe make an easy throw, but that's a routine ground ball out there to your shortstop, Kaylee Beckham, who would have been able to glove that throw over. And there's always these debates, but all these pitchers are told, hey, look, when you throw the pitch, unless it's right to you, don't put your glove up there. Let your defense help you. You don't fault the effort, but a break there for Jones, and we'll see if that gets them going now after 3 straight innings where they didn't really do much.
So McKinney at the plate, the left fielder. Runner goes. Throw down is not going to be in time. So that's going to be a stolen base there for Jones to put the tying run on in scoring position.
And if you're Grayson McCleskey, no problem there. You're now 24 for 24 on the year. We talked about this team coming in 139 of 140 on the base paths. They've stolen a couple bases tonight. They've gotten thrown out once. You'll take your chances. You're aggressive. Now, all of a sudden, you've got a runner in scoring position with nobody out for Simone McKinney, who hits 426 and
bunts it foul.
That's what I was about to say. Well, we figure we'll get to see the bunt. To your point, this is where you've got to really start to execute here to get that runner over to third base.
Especially this late in the contest when runs have been sparse.
Yeah, they're at a premium now, no doubt.
We're in the bottom of the 5th inning, 2-1 East Central with the lead. Tying run is at second. McKinney at the plate. That pitch missing low and outside. Not a bad spot to miss that time. Maybe see if the runner might be a little too greedy trying to scamper down to third.
Yeah, and you're still in a plus count, too, if you're McKinney. So I would expect to see the bunt stay on at 2-1. Beyond that, certainly you'll then swing away. But got to get up there in the batter's box, too. I would sort of figure square around early.
And that pitch up high, 3-1 now is the count in the situation. So now maybe you're starting to see Oswald be bothered a little bit with the runner behind it.
Yeah, and if you're Oswald, you got to throw the ball in there. She's trying to give you an out. So you have to take it. Sometimes pitchers try to get too cute, and they try to throw breaking balls, and they try to reject the absolute out, and sometimes it gets them into trouble.
And this time swinging and fly ball out to left field and a big time out there. So going from a bunt, been able to get that fly ball out to left field. Couldn't advance the runner. Surprised the bunt wasn't still on?
I was surprised big time the bunt was not still on. I know she's got a 426 average. I certainly get that, but you've got to be able to advance the runner in this situation, especially with the top of the order coming up. You got Lofton up now. And the other thing, too, is that your 3-1 count, you just simply can't afford to not advance the runner. You couldn't get the bunt down. Disappointing there for Jones.
Now the speedy Lofton at the plate. Runner goes, throw down, is not in time, gets away. And thought for a second they might have tried to score the run, and boy, that would have been a disaster for Jones, but a big-time stolen base there.
Yeah, 25 for 25 now is McCleskey over there at third base, stealing bases. Chris Robinson center at first. She didn't hear it, and then did all he could. Everything
Legally.
but grab her and shove her back on the base to get her to third. So now you're no harm, no foul. You're at third with Lofton where you want to be. And if you're Lofton, this has got to be middle of the field right now, which is wide open.
There's a shot to second. Going to look the runner back to third. They're going to come home. They got her in a possible rundown, and they tagged her. What a play there by East Central. Wow. The runner did advance to second on the play, but they were able to get the runner from third, not really expecting her to go home after the runner looked her back. So that's going to be 4 to 5 on the putout.
Well, that was disastrous there for Jones. The ball was hit too hard. If that's a dribble to second base, and you're going to get the run home easily, but she was kind of caught in between no man's land. Do I stay back and give up the out? Do I try to come home? And it was a really good play out there at second base to just come home, and then East Central's able to execute it. And, boy, all of a sudden you get second base, nobody out, can't get the bunt down, can't advance the runner. Then you do get a steal, and then you can't get the run home at third base with less than 2 outs. And now it's going to take a 2-out hit just to get the run home and tie the game.
Well, anything down to the outfield will easily score the run at second with the speedy Lofton. That pitch missing low and outside. Once again, you just can't go for those outside corner pitches with the way the home plate umpire set up. We'll show you this angle here. He's nearly just about, actually his foot is almost, it is on the line.
Yeah, I've never seen a home plate umpire that far inside on a right-handed batter before.
And that pitch inside misses. 3-0 now is the count.
Now, I think you're not going to do anything with Lofton. I don't think you're going to steal. She's already in scoring position. I know she's been great on the year. She's 55 for 56 in stolen bases, but I don't think you attempt to steal here. You got to hope that you can get a key base hit. Already, obviously, a 3-0 count. You're certainly not going to take the bat out of the hands.
Taking the whole way that time, pitches high for a ball, and Murray will draw the walk. So now you've got the go-ahead run at first base.
Number 16.
And this is now going to bring up number 16, Robinson. Robinson 1 for 2 on the day. She singled, was erased on a double play to end the third. She also grounded out to second. Does East Central have a Houdini act left in them? Can they get out of this inning with minimum damage done? Can Jones counter and find a way to push across that tying run? We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2-1 is your score here between East Central and Jones.
You got the second leading RBI getter on the year.
And she dropped the ball. Had the out, but dropped the ball. And that is going to go as a stolen base as she went on the pitch. Was a good throw down, just couldn't hold on to it over there at third. Runner does go to second from first.
And now you got first base open if you're Oswald. So if you get behind in the count, you don't have to give in. But because you certainly want to be careful here. You're talking about, as we mentioned.
She's 3 and that's 4.
No, we're going to get a little bit of a talk in the circle. Emily Robinson with 56 RBIs on the year. She's hitting .426. That's second most RBIs of the team. So certainly she's been in this situation a lot and come through a lot. You don't have to give in. You can't make a mistake, though, too, if you're Oswald. And her defense, which has been good tonight, has got to be really, really good if this ball is put in play.
So 0-1 is the count here to Robinson. Runners at second and third. Tying runners at third. Pitch in the dirt, blocked up nicely, though, by Ogman to keep the runner at third base.
Yeah, that is also going to be big, too. You're going to try to get her to hit the ball on the ground so that you can get, a play at first base. So Ogman's going to have to be really good if the ball gets in the dirt.
1-1 is the count. That pitch high and outside for a ball. 2-1 goes the count. Well, again, you're attacking that outside corner, which has consistently not been called for strikes. this evening, so you're going to have to come back and try to work on the inside part of the plate, see if you can't jam her, or maybe a little slow roller to get out of the inning with no damage done. 2-1 pitch coming. Change up.
Boy, that is
that was a beautiful pitch.
Outstanding pitch. You're thinking fastball here, 2-1. Well, a lot of guts it takes to throw a 2-1 changeup there. Got the call. Gorgeous pitch, and now you're at 2 strikes in the at-bat.
So 2-2, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. East Central trying to get out of this inning with the lead. Pitch coming, and we'll do it all over again. Nicely done that time by Robinson to fight off that inside pitch and see another at-bat.
I'm not sure that pitch would have been a strike, but if you're Robinson, you have to swing at anything close and just at least put some contact on it.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tying run at third. Go ahead and run at second here for Jones. Bottom of the 5th. Pitch coming. Grounder to the second baseman. Awkward hop, was able to get it. And my, oh my, what a big-time inning there for East Central.
Eva Scott playing some solid second base. Made the nice play to get McCluskey out at home. Made the play there to get her team out of the inning, and only 1 run for this high-vintage Jones offense through 5 innings.
We're going to take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors. 2-1, East Central with the lead. Back with more right after this.
This broadcast on Let'sGoICCTV.com is presented by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Food Giant, the Sonic of Fulton, your Etowah County Farm Bureau agent Joey Cox, the ICC BSU, Bank of Okolona, Legend Sports Grill, the ICC Wesley Foundation, Choice Palm, Kegel Eye Center, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the ICC Alumni Association, and the ICC Foundation.
When I think of potential, I think of a matchstick. When a matchstick reaches its potential, it releases a flame that ignites everything around it. 2018 brings new potential for you and your life at Itawamba Community College, where you are each empowered to do great things. You can be better, accomplish more, and live a life that is above the bar. Your potential is here.
And welcome back to action. Now as we move to the top of the 6th inning, 2-1 is your score. East Central over Jones County. Jones County has been flirting with retaking the lead, or if not tying the ball game. East Central, though, has been able to find ways out of a jam over the last few innings. Jones has got to find a way to get 3 up, 3 down, see if they can grab momentum back. If they had it early, East Central did the same.
Yeah, you got second runner at second base, nobody out. Can't get the bunt down, can't advance the runner. Then you get third with 1 out. You get a runner thrown down trying to score at home and get him in a rundown, in fact. And East Central just made the plays. Jones not able to get that big hit. And now they got to hope that Carly Perk can go out there and keep East Central where they are, and just puts a lot of pressure on her. She's certainly been around that pressure, and she's had it before, but you got to really now make sure that you don't give up anything else to East Central, because of the way Oswald's pitching, 2 runs may in fact be enough even against this Jones offense.
Yeah, this has been an instant classic battle here between 2 of the top 10 teams in the country. Number 4 Jones and number 10 East Central. That pitch, nice job battling back to come back and even the count now at 1-1. Game 2 of the MACJC tournament. The winner will face ICC in the winner's bracket tomorrow at 1 o'clock. The loser will face Pearl River in an elimination game at 3. This pitch fouled back and out of play. 1-2 now is the count here. On McMahon, it'll be McMahon, Beckham, and Oberman do up the 2-3-4 batters here for East Central. Once again, a special hello to all those watching in favor of Jones and those in favor of East Central, or those in favor of just good softball. There is strike 3, and it's a beauty.
No, that's what we saw a little bit early, and that's what we talked about she needed to do, maybe use a little bit more of her off-speed stuff to keep these East Central hitters off balance. They've been sitting dead red fastball too much. She fell in love with it, I understand, because of the way she pitched early, but eventually this East Central team, which can really hit, is going to sit on it, but a good job to come back with the off-speed to get the strikeout looking to begin the inning.
And that pitch just a bit outside as that goes for a ball. That was her 6th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game for Perk.
And she averages right around 8.
So 1-0 is the count. That pitch across, 1-1 now is the count here on Beckham. Beckham, well, she's the difference in the game right now. She blistered a home run out over the field and left. She's also struck out. That changeup, oh, that was a beauty. Had her all kind of confused, but just hangs up a little too high for a ball. 2-1 now is the count.
Yeah, she turned inside like it was going to hit her and ended up, I thought, could have been called a strike.
I was thinking it was a strike. So 2-1 now is the count. Fastball across for a strike. Jeremy, she's went and kind of did what you was talking about doing. Mixing up her speeds, her velo a little bit more, and she's going off-speed fastball. So she's doing a better job now kind of controlling her pitches.
Yeah, you can't allow one team to sit on one particular pitch. You got to mix them up. She's done that. It's led to a little bit more success, even though she's worked herself into a full count. But I think that sometimes you get these power strikeout pitchers, they sometimes rely a little bit too much on it, forget about the off-speed, and cost her a little bit earlier in the ballgame.
3-2 pitch on its way. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Another Renaissance Bank strikeout and a big one there. Back-to-back strikeouts now. That's her 7th of the game.
Batting for the Lady Warriors.
And now up is going to be the catcher, Oakman, who is 0 for 2 on the day with one of those 7 strikeouts. So she's going to try to battle back here and see if she can extend the inning. Swings on this pitch, deep. Does it have enough legs to the track? No, it will be a routine fly ball out there in center field. So a 3-up, 3-down inning there. And Jeremy, that's what we said. We'll keep it here real quick as we exchange the 6th inning. That's what we said. Jones needed to do, get a quick 3-up, 3-down inning, see if they can get their bats back to the plate.
Yeah, good job by Pert there. Really credit to her. She, obviously you give up those 2 runs and you feel like, well, my offense is going to end up picking me up, and just so far they have not. You got 6 outs left for your Jones. You got to come up with something here, but really good job with her. I thought she did mix her pitches up a little bit more in that inning, and I thought that allowed her to get in front of some hitters, get ahead in counts, and then get that lazy fly ball. But you're right. If you're Jones, hey, look, this is the 3rd time through the order. You're gonna get now down to like 5, 6, and 7, so to speak, at this point. But you've got to be in a situation too where you've got to go after Oswald. You've got to be able, when you get runners on base, to advance the runners over, and you've got to be able to get them in. The one good thing for Oswald in that last inning, in which she had a lot of base runners, is she got through perhaps the best portion of the lineup. The 2 RBI leaders are not going to be up in this inning. She got through, obviously, with Lofton, who's the leadoff hitter, so she's going to deal with that middle to bottom part of the order, and it's still a very good lineup, and those hitters can still do some damage, but she's going to be able to face those hitters. And only 6 outs left. There's a chance she doesn't get back to that top of the order, which would be huge for her.
Yeah, if they can get a 3-up, 3-down inning, that would be big time here as we're getting set to go. And it's going to be the 4, 5, 6 batters due up here. Venable, Donald, and Sykes for Jones. And what a ball game this has been. It has been exciting. It's been just momentum flip-flopping back and forth throughout the evening. So this has been an outstanding evening of softball here. So Venable, who is 1 for 2 on the day. She did hit into a inning-ending Little Caesars double play in the 3rd. She had an RBI single back in the 1st, the only run of the game so far for Jones County.
And obviously, too, what's going to be interesting is if Jones gets a leadoff runner on base, are they going to be able to get the bunt down if they try it? And can they manufacture off of Oswald, who's been terrific so far?
That pitch hangs up high for a ball. 1-0 is the count. What a crowd out tonight, Jeremy.
Good one. For sure.
Ballpark is packed. The outfield is peppered with fans as that pitch across for a strike. 1-1 is the count. And I'll tell you what, they paid $5 to get in today, and they're probably going to leave and be like, you sure we don't owe you some money?
Yeah, they've seen some good softball, no question about that. But you're in a situation, too, now where you get one of these really close nail-biters, and obviously you get the number 4 team in the country, the number 10 team in the country. That's going to be something that will draw you out, no question.
So 2-1 now is the count here on Venable, the second baseman. Rips one, and off the glove of the shortstop. That's going to be a hard hit single there, as that one was just a rocket. Let's look at that on the Little Caesars instant replay. Man, got on the shortstop before she knew it. Smart not to throw that one across the way, as that was just a tough play. But, Jeremy, they got the tying run on base.
Yeah, they do. And Caleb Beckham had such a great ball game tonight. Just unfortunately, that ball hit a little bit too far out of her reach. She was pulled a little bit more up the middle. That ball was placed beautifully. And that's got a shot.
Fly ball deep left field. Oh, it's off the glove of the left fielder for a 2-run home run. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Nearly a rob of the home run. Wow. That was a moonshot. Look at this, folks. It was in and out of the glove, and I hate that for the left fielder. Almost makes an amazing play, but it turns into a 2-run home run for Jones, and they retake the lead.
Boy, Shelby Walters she was all over it. I thought at first it was going to be maybe a lazy fly ball, but then I looked at Walters, and she kept going towards the warning track. I thought, this has got a chance. And then, like you, when she went up there, I thought she was going to rob it, but a 2-run home run. And we talk about Jones. This is why they're one of the better teams in the country every single year. They just always seem to come up eventually with that big hit. We wondered if they would get it. And, man, they did right there to take the lead here in the 6th.
And that pitch is in the dirt for a cross for a ball. There's still no out in the inning here. We're in the bottom of the 6th. 3-2 now is your score. And, Jeremy, that's what we said. We said if they can get a 3-up, 3-down inning, see if they can get some momentum going back their way, well, mission accomplished.
They did that, and, boy, look, you get the hard hit ball. And
this is another one deep.
That one was hammered out there, hits one of the ICC fans. And you end up being in a situation where you hit that ball deep, and the shortstop, just unfortunately was positioned in a place where she couldn't be able to glove it and throw over, so you get a leadoff runner, and then that right there.
Oh, good-looking pitch.
I mean, as close as it gets from being a robbed home run.
Yeah, what a play. What a play. You said it hit an ICC van. That van don't have 24 on it, does it?
I can't tell from here.
I hope not. It's the one that I've got. 2-0 is the count. Change up. Oh, it's a beauty. That one across for a strike. Should be strike 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Shelby Walters got to be sick out there and left.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And, I thought that was strike 3. Let's miss low that time. 3-2 now goes the count.
And now if you're Oswald, you got to somehow, it's so easy to say this, it's very difficult to do, but you got to somehow put that away and focus on your task at hand, which is now you got to get 3 up, 3 down. Because you can't allow Jones to get any more runs. I mean, 1 run, certainly not insurmountable. I mean, Perk has been outstanding, but at East Central, you could say, look, we've gotten to her from time to time tonight. We certainly have scored in multiple innings. Now we got one more inning to get that 1 run. But first things first, though, Oswald's got to put up a 0 the rest of the way.
That pitch missing outside, and that goes for a ball. So now, a little rattled here is East Central. In the bottom of the 6th inning, time is going to be taken in this situation here, and see if we might have a pitching change. Let's take a break. 3-2, Jones with the lead. We'll be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
Sonic Nights is the highlight of the summer.
Oh, yeah. There's probably some pretty big names here checking out these half-price floats.
Oh, everyone who's anyone is here tonight. Look, there are those 2 guys.
What are they famous for?
Huh. I think for eating here all the time.
Are we good at eating here or what? Oh, yeah. Yeah, come on.
For limited time, get real ice cream slushes, shakes, and floats half price after 8 p.m. during Sonic Nights. This is how you Sonic.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, out of the timeout. No changes made for East Central. 3-2 is your score. Runner at first with no outs here. Bottom of the 6th, and we're a great play away from this still being a 2-1 ball game.
Sure.
I've never seen anything like that before in person.
Not me either. I mean, like I said, good God. I mean, Shelby Walters had it in her glove, and you could tell, obviously, when it flipped out that that obviously was the 2-run home run, because I thought when she went up there and jumped, I thought she had it. I really did. And you're right. If she makes that catch at some point, then if you're Jones, you're thinking, you know what, maybe it's just not our night.
Yeah, I'm going to say that. And I think that would have been the case. If you're Jones, you go from elation to just hanging your head saying, okay, it's your night tonight. But wow, what a swing of momentum. Bunt laid down, and going to fall. The throw in time. So an error over at third base allows the runner to reach. And boy, right now, East Central just needs to take a deep breath, regain their focus, and try to find an out.
Yeah, and if you're Madeline McMahon, I mean, unfortunately, that stuff happens from time to time. You're in position to make the play, and you just slip, and then obviously the throw is not there, and you're now looking at first and second, nobody else, and you've got a walk and an error since that 2-run home run, and this is where Jones can then start to really strangle you. And this could become, instead of a 1-run deficit, a 3 or 4-run deficit if East Central's not careful. And then you really look up and you think, well, 3 outs, need to get 3 or 4 runs off of Carly Perk. That's going to be pretty tough to do. So you've got to somehow figure out a way to get out of this without giving up anything else. If you're Jones, you get to the bottom of this lineup now, some speedier players. Wouldn't shock me if we try to see the bunt and see if they can finally get it down here in the 6th inning.
Gracie McCleskey.
So McCleskey will come to the plate. A new runner in at first base, number 9, coming in to run for Jones. That's going to be Hasty, and they're going to try to lay the bunt down. Throw over is inside, so the sacrifice bunt worked. And the runners advance.
Well, they finally do get the runners advance. They finally do get that bunt down. Really good job by McCleskey. And so now you got speed on the base pads at second and third. You're at the bottom of the order now with Simone McKinney with that gaudy batting average. She was unable to advance the runners the last time. Now you got to hope that if you're Jones, she can do that. If you're Oswald, boy, you got to come up with another key out like you got from McKinney the last time she was at the plate.
Yeah, flew out to left. Late on the fastball there, swinging strike 1. There's 1 out in the inning. One good thing about the sacrifice bunt being laid down, it does take away the possibility of a normal double play to be made there for East Central to get out of the inning.
For sure. I'm not sure they'd get McKinney anyway with how fast she is, but you're right. It's certainly a very good point. One of the reasons why you do that.
That pitch missing outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count.
And you look at the outfield, too. I'm always curious about the outfield. They are pretty deep considering. I feel like they'd be in a little bit more. Obviously try to cut down maybe that second run or cut down the runner from third in the tag situation.
This pitch lined out of play off the fence over there in left field. So that'll go for a strike.
So now you're thinking it's 1-2. You got to go get her. You got to get a strikeout here if you're Oswald. This has got to be a strikeout. You really can't afford to allow her to put this in play because you just never know with the defense moving and with the way she slaps and how fast she is.
So 1-2 is the count. 1 out. Runners on second and third. Jones already with a 3-2 lead. Grounder is going to be stopped and no play. An infield single for McKinney. Had the opportunity, thought about going home, but by the time she thought about going to third, it was too late, and the breaks keep going the way of Jones as now they lead it 4-2.
Yeah, and that's what's so frustrating too. In that situation, that's a great play. You stop it from getting to the outfield, but there's just no way because of the speed on the base paths and the speed at the plate to really get anybody out. So you get a single, and now if you're Jones, you have a chance to really blow this open.
And then they throw it away. An error on the throw will allow another run to score here for Jones County.
And right on cue, there you go. That's part of what we talked about. Simone McKinney now 8 stolen bases on the year. And Jones ends up putting a big crooked number. This reminds me a little bit of the ICC Pearl River game we saw earlier today where the Indians were trailing 2-1 and you started to wonder, okay, are they going to make that patented run? And then they put up 7 runs in the last 2 innings at bat, and this is a little bit of what we're seeing out of Jones. So we came into this inning going, boy, they're in real trouble. Well, 2 batters in, they've got the lead. Another 3 batters in, and you've got a 5-2 lead.
What a change of events here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Lady Mo, she was dancing with East Central big time, but Jones has ripped her away and ain't let her go yet. There's still only 1 out in the inning, Jeremy, and Jones is just rolling right now.
And you got the top of the order up, too. You got Lofton, and then you got all those RBIs behind her. So they've got a chance, as I talked about, if they get a couple of hits here, they got a chance to make this almost insurmountable. It's already at 3, which is going to be pretty tough against Perk anyway with how talented she is, and especially also, too, with how well she's pitched in the last couple of innings. After giving up that home run in the top of the 4th inning, she's been pretty good, put up back-to-back zeros, and was really outstanding in the top of the 6th inning. Now you give her all kinds of confidence. You give her a chance to go and get 3 outs with a 3-run lead at minimum. Really going to be tough to get anything off of her.
So 0-1 is the count here to Lofton. I'm just a loss for words. That's all I can say. Not taking anything away from East Central or Jones. It's just it's been a change of events, but it's been a quick change.
It has, and that's what the great teams can do to you. You know, they can really come at you quickly, and it's a wave. We saw ICC do that against Pearl River. We're seeing Jones do that against East Central.
2-1 is the count here. And this is Lofton at the plate. She reached on a fielder's choice, stole a base, but was left stranded back in the 5th. Grounded out to second, was hit by a pitch, stole a base, and scored a run. So 2-1 is the count here to Lofton. Hits this one, foul out of play. And 2-2 now is the count. Well, this has been a fun day of softball. Everything you would expect when you have 3 of the top 10 teams in the country, and especially everything you would expect when 2 of them face off against each other. Jones County with a load of momentum now. They lead it 5-2. That pitch missing high and outside. 3-2 now is the count here on Lofton. Remind you that the second day of play is set to start at 1 o'clock tomorrow, a game between the winners. The losers bracket will start at 3 o'clock, and then the final game of the day will be at 5. As this pitch, fly ball, right fielder drifting over in foul territory, and will make the play. I'm going to try to relay it in real quick. And they will. So now 2 outs in the inning.
But at least you do get the runner advance to third if you're Jones, so that's something you'll do. A productive out for Lofton. If you're Oswald, you look at it and say, hey, I'm 1 pitch away from getting out of it, giving up nothing else. And if my team is going to be successful, they're going to have to only have a 3-run deficit going into the top of the 7th inning.
So Murray at the plate. She walked her last time up. She singled but was thrown out trying to steal, and also struck out, and that pitch across for a strike. Well, not a bad location that time. That outside corner has been a tough one to get called a strike. Not really a pitch you can do much with. So 0-1 is the count here to Murray, the shortstop. That fastball right down the middle with some authority. 0-2 now is the count.
Yeah, that was a really good pitch by Oswald. RBI opportunity again. You got to talk about one of the best, team leader right here.
So 0-2 is the count. 2 outs. Runner at third. And good job by the catcher that time, Oatman, to just jump out and find that one. She has done a good job behind the plate today. She has been extremely busy. She's going to be one of those when she gets to the hotel tonight. She's probably going to sleep pretty well.
Yes, she will. No question about that. She's done a great job blocking some balls, also being able to catch pitches like that that were certainly outside of their target.
This pitch popped up. Oatman camping back and will squeeze it for the final out of the inning. Nicely done that time. But the damage done. 4 runs on the board for Jones. They take a 5-2 lead. We're going to take a break and come back with the top of the 7th right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
This broadcast on Let'sGoICCTV.com is presented by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Food Giant, the Sonic of Fulton, your Etowah County Farm Bureau agent Joey Cox, the ICC BSU, Bank of Okolona, Legend Sports Grill, the ICC Wesley Foundation, Choice Palm, Kegel Eye Center, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the ICC Alumni Association, and the ICC Foundation.
You could say it's about the clubs. You could say it's about the ball. You could even say it's about the course or the weather. But what it really comes down to is consistency and hard work. Over and over and over again. At Renaissance, we understand consistency. We understand hard work. Most importantly, we understand you. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
Need money now? Get a choice pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
Batting for the Lady Warriors.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we go to the top of the 7th inning. 5-2, Jones pushes 4 across the board in the bottom of the 6th. A 2-run home run that was almost robbed of a home run. Was a big one there. 2 errors in the inning also led to those 2 other runs, and Perk slings that one across.
Yeah, we were almost an amazing catch away from talking about Shelby Walters for pretty much the rest of the tournament.
This pitch popped up, back and out of play over the top of us here in the ICC Foundation broadcast booth. We do encourage you to visit letsgoicc.com. Scroll to the bottom of the page, you'll see the ICC Foundation logo. Click that and you can find out how you can contribute to Itawamba Community College through the foundation. 1-1 is the count. This pitch fouled out of play. 1-2.
But, you know, that's what the good teams, the great teams really do. We mentioned with ICC, they looked a little lethargic, almost kind of like, okay, when are you going to make your run? They finally did. Same thing with Jones, and now you're looking at being 3 outs away from moving into the winner's bracket with only 6 outs.
Ground ball, third baseman gets it, throws over in time for the out.
Well,
nice play over there at third.
That was outstanding. Emily Robinson, we talk about her for her bat for good reason. She's got 10 home runs and 59 RBIs, but that was a great play over there to first be able to glove that. It's coming right at her pretty quickly, and then to make the long, strong throw on target for out number 1. And it's always the most important out in any inning, and certainly when you're trying to close the game.
That pitch missing low and outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count.
And of course, Nancy Williams, pretty big target over there at first base.
So 1-0 is the count here. This pitch fouled back out of play. 1-1 now is the count. This is Gartman, the first baseman. She's 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of flyouts to center field. Remind you to stay tuned. We'll have the Renaissance Bank post-game report coming your way here on Let's Go ICC TV. We'll go over our Sonic stats and take a look at our Legend Sports Grill Legend of the Game. And a rise ball. Gartman just kind of half-heartedly took a swing at that one. Swinging, strike 2.
That's the rise ball. She chased it upstairs. That's what Perk wants her to do. She's an aggressive hitter. Want to use that aggressiveness against her. Now ahead 1-2. Trying to get her to punch out.
This pitch foul back out of play, and we'll stay at 1-2. Well, right now, if you're EC, you just got to worry about getting people on the base. You're trailing this one by 3. But if you're Jones, you want to go ahead and find that second out. 1-2 pitch coming. This one foul back. Nice job by Gartman. Fouling these pitches off. Battling, trying to find a way to win this at bat.
Yeah, really good job by Allie Gartman. Just hanging in there. All these pitches have been a little bit middle away. See if she tries to come back in or keep outside.
And check swing. They said she goes. They're going to throw down and get the put out. So that's going to turn into a strikeout. 2-3 on the put out.
So give credit to Faith Denton, too, the catcher. She was able to block that, and she kept her composure, didn't rush, made a good, strong throw over Gartman down there at first base. But that's a great pitch by Carly Perk, and you know, she's just been dominant last couple innings, and now an out away from getting her team into the winner's bracket tomorrow.
Fastball right down Broadway for a strike. 0-1 is the count. There's 2 outs, nobody on here. Now this is going to be the right fielder Johnson at the plate, who is 0 for 1 on the day with a walk. She popped up to the pitcher to end the second, and her first at bat of the day. 0-1 pitch coming. Fastball high. 1-1 now is the count. So 1-1, 2 outs. Top of the 7th. Jones an out away from punching their ticket to the winner's bracket. That pitch high and outside. 2-1 now is the count. So Perk quickly was dominating this inning, but now it's kind of tailed off a little bit. The 2-1 count. Johnson trying to extend the inning. That pitch zips kind of right back in that strike zone across the letters.
Yeah, a little change up there. 2-1 count, pitching backwards. Really good pitch there by Perk, and now down to their final strike. Really, really dominant performance by Carly Perk.
2-2 pitch on its way. And this one fouled back, and we'll do it all over again. Good job by Johnson to keep this at-bat alive.
Yeah, just doing what you can. Just stick the bat out there and hope that you make some contact. But Perk, I think at this point, adrenaline's flowing. She's trying to get that last punch out.
So awaiting the 2-2 pitch here from Perk. 2 outs, nobody on, top of the 7th. And this pitch drilled but foul. And so we'll stay at 2-2 once again. Well, East Central not going quietly into the night here in Fulton. 2-2 stays your count with 2 outs. Top of the 7th. Jones scoring 4 in the bottom of the 6th to take this 5-2 lead, trying to end it here. Johnson, though, for East Central, trying to extend the inning. Awaiting the 2-2 pitch here to Johnson. And this one foul back, and we'll do it again.
That's a good battle. Give her credit. You know, it would be really easy to just kind of roll over and say, all right, well, you know, it's 3, we're ground by 3, there's 1 out left. But she's doing a good job. All these pitches, though, are a little bit rise balls that are a little bit up and away. See if Perk decides to change and use off speed or even come inside.
So the 2-2 pitch coming. And that's what she did. Swinging strike 3 and a big-time Renaissance Bank strikeout there for Perk to end the contest. And Jones wins it by the final score of 5-2. Big time play there, Jeremy. That's what you said. Come back with a little off-speed inside. She got the swinging strike. You'll see come up here. Just a beautiful play there. And Perk, boy, she was excited. And rightfully so. That was her 9th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game. What a game for her. And what a game for Jones. Or what a inning by Jones in the 6th. So we're going to take a quick break and come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
What's better than waiting in line at the bank? Literally everything. Renaissance Bank's mobile check deposit lets you take care of checks wherever you want. Click on Deposit Check in the Renaissance mobile app. Read and hit Continue on the bottom of the notice page. Sign it. Write your name, account number, and for mobile deposit only on the back. Photograph it, front and back, so we know it's real. Type in the amount. Choose the account to deposit into. Click Continue, and go on your way. You'll receive an email that is being processed, but hold on to the hard copy until the check clears, and then rip it up and throw it away. So what are you waiting for? Download the Renaissance mobile banking app and make waiting in line a thing of the past. Check, phone, check. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
And welcome back as we enter the Renaissance Bank postgame report. Jones rallies with 4 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning to pick up a 5-2 win. What a thrilling comeback by Jones to be able to come out and get this win, advance to tomorrow's winter bracket game at 1 o'clock against ICC. I think we said it all we can say, but your thoughts on the game, Jeremy?
Yeah, this was as good as it gets. So we talked about a top 10 matchup, 2 teams that were really evenly matched for the most part. Good pitching, Oswalt and Perk. Some timely hitting from East Central early. And then Jones just got that one magical inning. We keep talking about it. These great teams always seem to have that one run. Jones got it late with that 4-run spot in the 6th inning, and that was the big difference in the ballgame. And then Carly Perk was able to come out and shut the door in the 7th inning. Gives you an idea just how good Jones and ICC are. Also a good idea about how good East Central is, too. I mean, they went toe-to-toe for 5 innings with the number 4 team in the country, and they were right there at the very end.
Well, Jeremy, we got to figure out our legend, sports grill legend of the game, and my goodness, there's a lot of them in this one. But you almost have to go with I mean, Venable, she had an RBI, 2 hits on the day. She scored a run. Maybe that 2-run home run by Donald being the difference in the game.
I think that has to be it. I mean, that's just the difference in the ball game when you're talking about a situation where she gets a pitch, and she just launches it up there into the sky. And so Shelby Walters just almost made a spectacular catch, but it got just out of her glove and over, and that ended up being the game-winning hit. So I think you got to go with her.
Yeah, absolutely. It's either going to be her for the game-winning hit, or it was been the left fielder for the game-winning catch in that situation there. So what a ball game it was in that one. ICC picked up the first win of the game by the final score of 8-2 over Pearl River. Jones rallies to win here, much like ICC, 5-2 in the nightcap. So it'll be ICC and Jones at 1 o'clock tomorrow. The 3 o'clock game will feature Pearl River and East Central. That's going to be an elimination game. The loser from Game 4 will play the winner from Game 3 at 5 o'clock. Now, of course, weather coming into the area. You see the ICC softball team is bringing the tarp out. There's some rain expected later, or I should say early in the morning. So hopefully not a very big storm can come through and we can keep things on track.
Yeah, that would obviously be great. We get a good day of softball. Hope we get another good day of softball as well. It'd be a real shame to have weather come and mess this up. So good job of precaution to try and make sure that we end up hopefully getting all 3 games in tomorrow. And if we do, it'll be really, really good. And not too often you get a chance to start your day off with a top 5 matchup in college softball.
Absolutely. That'll be coming your way right here on Let's Go ICCTV.com, the red channel. All games for the tournament will be on the red channel here throughout the tournament there as well. So for Jeremy Kennedy, Lee Adams, Raphael Henry, Jennifer Hosey, and Austin Blansett, I'm Adam Gore. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon here on Let's Go ICCTV.com. As ICC wins it 8-2, Jones wins it 5-2. We'll see you tomorrow here on Let's Go ICCTV.com.
This broadcast on Let'sGoICCTV.com is presented by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Food Giant, the Sonic of Fulton, your Etowah County Farm Bureau agent Joey Cox, the ICC BSU, Bank of Okolona, Legend Sports Grill, the ICC Wesley Foundation, Choice Palm, Kegel Eye Center, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the ICC Alumni Association, and the ICC Foundation.